Hey, first grade writers. I'm Mrs. Buckholz and I teach first grade at Abraham Lincoln School. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about the fiction writing you've been working on. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but in fiction stories, oftentimes there's a problem, and then we writers have to get our characters out of that problem. So in fiction stories, there's a problem, and then there's a solution. And before I show you a kid work example of that, I'd like to show you some actual stories that you may know already, like Knuffle Bunny. You guys know Knuffle Bunny? This is a really cute story with a really cute character named Trixie. And Trixie's problem is that she loses Knuffle Bunny. Okay? And then the solution in this story is that Dad helps her find Knuffle Bunny. So Mo Willems didn't leave Trixie in the problem. He actually got her out of the problem. I know another great story called A Unicorn Named Sparkle. I don't know if you guys know this story. It's a really great one. And in this story, Lucy sends away for a unicorn. And the problem is that when the unicorn comes, it's not really a unicorn, it's a goat. And what's the solution? Lucy loves her goat. She starts to learn to love her goat. So Amy Young wrote a great fiction story, and she had a problem, and she also had a solution. Now I want to show you an example of some kid work. So I'm going to share the screen with you and open up a little story here. And this story is written by Alejandra, and it's called Gilda's Pet Cat. So in this story, we have this little girl named Gilda. That's the main character, and her cat. And I hope you're noticing these lovely illustrations, because illustrations help make somebody's story a little bit better. They help tell the story. So maybe in your fiction writing today, you can add some illustrations. Okay, so here she starts off with this nice picture of her cat on its back. And here's the family and her home. And here goes the beginning of her story. She says, one day Gilda was reading. Gilda was bored. She decided to play with her cat. Gilda's cat was upside down with her paws up. She was so cute. Gilda's cat was brown, white, and black. Now, what if Alejandra ended her story here? The end. Would that be a real exciting story? I don't think so, because there's no problem. The problem really makes the story exciting. So thank goodness Alejandra didn't end the story here. She kept going and brought about a problem for the characters. So here we go. You can see something's going to go wrong on this page by just looking at Gilda's face. Moments later, Gilda's cat did not like the petting. So Gilda's cat scratched Gilda for no reason. Gilda yelled, "Mom!" Her mom came quickly, and even quickly. You can tell this is written by a little kid by how she words some things. So now we know the problem is that she gets scratched by her cat. And that's unexpected. Okay, so let's see how it keeps going, because hopefully she doesn't just say, and she got scratched by her cat, the end, because then she didn't get her character out of the problem by offering a solution. So let's see what happens here. Gilda's mom came and said, "What happened?" Gilda said, "The cat scratched me." Gilda said to her cat, "Bad kitty." Gilda's mom said, "If you see a cat wagging its tail so much, don't touch it because it's mad." Gilda's mom put a bandage on Gilda's hand. Gilda felt much more better. But before she put the bandage on, she washed her hands, and then she put on the purple medium bandage. So if we're looking back at this story, let me scroll up. If we're looking at this story, we can see that the problem is that Gilda gets scratched by her cat. And then the solution comes along to the problem, that mom gives some good advice about when to not pet your cat. And then also she helps wash off the ouchie and bandage it. And then in the end, everything's all better. this doesn't actually seem to have an ending. I know you guys worked on endings last week, so I'm sure you'll put a great ending on your story today. So when you're writing a fiction story today, try to keep in mind to have a problem and then a solution. And try to make a problem that's more like a first grade problem. So a problem that might actually be maybe your character can have something that might happen to a first grader, like maybe your character loses a tooth and actually the tooth gets lost before she can put it under her pillow. Or maybe your character loses something special to him and he needs help finding it. Or maybe your character loses a soccer game, or maybe your character has a fight with a friend on the playground. So these kinds of things happen to first graders. So try to think of a problem for your character and then make sure you help make the problem all better with a solution. I hope you guys have a great time writing today, and make sure you share your awesome fiction stories with your teachers. We love to hear the work that you guys are working on, and all of us really miss kid writing. We love looking at kids writing. So make sure you share your writing with us, and make sure your fiction story has a problem and a solution. I hope you have a great time writing today. Talk to you guys soon.